YouTubers. This is one I took in on trade a while back. I just kind of set it aside because, well, the recoil was whacked. I looked into it, it was missing the spring. So at that point I had other things to do and I just put it aside. I didn't get any of this on camera, but I put a spring in. The spring is from a Kohler engine, a recoil that was whacked that I just threw out. The rest of it I kept the spring for whatever reason. And I put a new pull cord on it, and it works now. I didn't get it on camera. The YouTube censors would have censored the entire video, but because of the language, haha. But and I did spray some carb spray into the carburetor, and it kicked over for a few seconds. So this one's going to be a runner. They did not. I do have the filter box cover somewhere. It's around somewhere, but there was no filter, so I'll have to go get a filter. So let's go clean out the fuel system on this and see if we can get this thing to run. So for those of you who want, this is a 2017 125cc engine. For those of you, I don't know, nuts out there. So let's get this carburetor off. It's 5/16 here. And 9/32, or 7 and 8 if you're in metric. Check that one. Nope, it's over here. And these other ones are 9/32 or 7. And I've already drained the fuel out of this thing. It smelled bad. This thing was sitting for a while, I think. Let me get my let me take the cover off, which I just had that off in because I was really took me a while to get that spring in there. Don't laugh at me because it's kind of hard, and the spring wasn't even intended for this motor. It's for a Kohler. I just hope the linkage here in the carburetor. There we go. So they left this outside. Ooh, that doesn't smell good. Good thing you don't have smell-o-vision here on YouTube. Later, the routine on these. Let's take this off. There we go. Oh, that doesn't smell good. Don't get these mixed up with the other ones that are 9/32. The other ones are shorter. Now we just got to pry this open. Find a place to stick a flathead screwdriver, and there we go. I got some carb spray. Just gonna. Sorry if the sun just changed. To get this part. So you gotta take out this pin. You may not have to do this, but I do it. Oh, and the needle. They put a plastic needle in here. You're getting cheap. It used to be metal. So this here is the main jet cartridge. Right there is where they like to clog up. Typically, I just pry up on it and it'll come out. Sometimes, there we go. And we're gonna spray all in this carburetor to clean it out. Spray in there, these air bleeds. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this kind of engine motor deck thing doesn't usually get a lot of money. Really doing it for content, and I fixed everything else. So put that aside. If you look in there, you can see something. Let's make sure everything there is clear. It is. Okay, now here's our main culprit. Why this thing probably wouldn't run, because it's been sitting for so long, because the recoil was broken. So what I'm gonna do is get a wire from like a bread tie, if I can find one in here. There we go. There we go. So I got it. Now this does come apart more. Take a small flathead screwdriver. You can be very careful and pull that out. Need to clean this out. Sometimes they get clogged in here, or they like to clog there. Take your wire, and if I can't get this cleaned, I do have another carburetor on hand. I could just slap on. It's aftermarket. I don't. There, that's clear. That's clear now. You can see through it. I'll set this clean part down in the bowl part, and let's go to this one. Clean this out. And the main jet is that thing right there. You need to clean that out. That's where these all like to clog up. So especially on these 125 cc's.
I wouldn't recommend one of these to somebody, unless they have a really small garden. So, where did I put the wire? See if we can get it to. Yep. Clear now. Now we're going to reassemble. We're going to...
forgot. Need to clean out these guys there. Just run a wire through it. And spray it out. Now, carefully put this together. There. And now put this back in. See, that's clear. That's clear. It only goes in one way, so you can't screw it up. Let's see. So push it down, it'll snap in. And we'll put the float. And we just gently put that down. And now we're going to add the pin. So we need to pull up on it just a little bit. There. And then set it. And there we go. Now put the bowl on. Only goes on one way. And we'll be ready to try it. Goes on like that. This gas tank I emptied. Take a look. Oops. It's got a little bit left in it. Put this back on. Already been told that it smells, the bad gas is getting into the house already, and I have everything shut and the fan on, and it still got it. That's how bad it was. So anyway, we put the linkage on. It goes on. Only one thing that goes on is that one right there, like that. And then let's slide this in onto the intake. You see, is that right? Oh no, that's not right. The O-ring came off, so just put the O-ring in, then the retaining clip. Okay. See? Okay, there we go. That's it. Now we need to put the box on. There we go. This on. And You see. Yeah. Don't forget to hook up the breather in the back. And we put back in those. We're gonna see if we can get this to run a little bit here on its own. So it's primed for a good time. I think we're good. Now I need to change the oil, get an air filter, sharpen the blade, and straighten out these wheels. Yeah, I kind of fixed the bendage on the deck. Basically, you take the wheels off, put the bolt back in, then you put a socket over it and bend it with like a breaker bar, or you hit it with a hammer. The bolt. Anyway, now we're gonna. Well, since this didn't have an air filter, I happen to have 2 brand new air filters, so I'm gonna go ahead. What you do with these, see my short, I'm gonna put up here in the notes. That you basically just oil this up and put it in. The oil attracts the dirt. Installed. Just gotta put the cover on. That's simple. Okay, tubes. This one should be ready to go. I just gotta test it more, especially the recoil, because I had to put a spring in it, and the spring wasn't intended for this kind of mower. It was for a Kohler, but it seems to work. I put a new cord in it, new spring, clean out the carburetor. I changed the oil. There was hardly any in it. I sharpened the blade, and I tried to fix the front wheels here that were leaning by bending the deck a little bit, and I gave it kind of a a little bit of a rinse off. Didn't do a power wash on it. Not going to. So next clip will be kind of the final look of this Yard Machines 20-inch with a Briggs 125cc. These don't go for much. I almost didn't even do this one.